Hi ToyHound fans, this is ToyHound here to review a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Generations Voyager class Autobot Hound. And here it is in the package, and that's in his robot mode of Autobot Hound, Transformers logo. And it's produced by Hasbro, and it's based on the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction movie, which comes out next week. And it's for ages 8+, shows the Autobot symbol. And there it shows the Generations Voyager class Autobot symbol right there. Here's what it looks like on the back. Autobot Hound. There's the bio if you want to pause it and read it. That's his robot mode, 14 steps to transform. And that's his vehicle mode. And that's Galvatron. Other information. And next I'll show you it out of the package. And here, as you can see, is a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Generations Voyager class Autobot Hound out of the package. And before showing you Autobot Hound, I want to show you a size comparison with Ironhide from the Dark of the Moon toy line. This is the Voyager class version. And then the Power Battler version of Autobot Hound, which I previously reviewed. Now that you saw those, now to show you Autobot Hound, right there of course. It's kind of hard to show you a close-up of the face because it's made of like a rubbery plastic and it's just painted over. But there is nice molded in detail. I like his machine gun round arms that are made of a rubbery plastic. And I like the painted detail on his arms to kind of mimic little missiles. They kind of look like missiles or mortar rounds. I guess that's what they would be. I'm not real sure, but that's my guess. And he kind of reminds me of the Bulkhead character from Transformers Prime and Transformers Animated. Kind of has that feeling. The design kind of mimics that a little bit. Has a nice silver painted sword, not a sword, but a knife. And then the Autobot symbol right there in the middle. And that's right there. It kind of looks like his exhaust pipes in vehicle mode that are wrapped around his waist. And that looks like the tires from the vehicle mode that are kind of split apart and they make up his feet. Nice silver paint here. And then you can tell that there's guns stored in his shins of his legs or his ankle. That's what I meant. That's what it looks like on the side and the other side, and that's what it looks like on the back, of course. And he has these weapons, like he has this big Gatling gun shotgun thing right here, and it's supposed to retract, and you turn it like that to store on his vehicle mode, but you turn that and then you slide it back down and it's like that. And basically his other weapons store on his sides, but I'll show you how to make this combination gun. And what you do is you kind of interconnect the certain guns. I think these ones that are on his side, they connect together like that. And then the ones on his shins, tab those out. And when you put it in vehicle mode, you have to take these out because they will not store in vehicle mode. But yeah, you take this sword off. There we go. Tab those together, and then you tab this knife, not a sword, but a knife. So it makes kind of like a bayonet effect. And then you take this gun, and I think you tab it in like that. And you take this gun, and you tab it in like that. And then these little tabs here, tab right there, fits over this tab like that, and then this tab goes over like, they're kind of really fidgety at times, and sometimes you get ones where you have extra flashing from the plastic. If I I might have done that one. These might be on backwards. Let's think here. Yeah, the handle part has to be the opposite. So I did that. I'm still kind of new to this toy, so I'm not a total expert at it. I just like toys in general. And I think you make that, and then you take this right here, and you tab that. Oh, that's a pain in the butt about those side weapons, is they're kind of a pain in the butt to tab in. And then you kind of tab that in together. Oh yeah, there's extra flashing on this one side, that's why. I'll have to take a X-Acto knife and file that down. Like that. And you make that gigantic gun of doom that's got like a big freaking bayonet on it. It's pretty cool. The only problem with it is it's humongous, and the only way to make it work, you have to have it in the air like that, which is kind of dumb, but you can make it work. But like I said, that's the kind of the flaw of this toy, is the guns don't necessarily hold on the toy very well. It might be because of the flashing or whatever, but I'll put those off to the side, and you just kind of let's see here. Yeah, that one's fine. And another thing too is, when I got these were pushed all the way in. You have to get like a toothpick and basically pull it out, because you can't just grab this end right here and pull it right out. It's impossible really to do that. But kind of make sure that it's not all the way in when you store it. And you pull that piece out. We'll just put those on the side. And articulation, his arms, they go up and down right there, of course. If you turn his little machine gun arms and the little rocket, they look like mortar rockets or whatever. That's what they look like. There's some gun ammo, but he can have movement right there if you don't have these in the way. And then turns like that, turns like that. And it kind of turns all the way around like that. And then I don't think he has any ratcheting joints. No, he doesn't. He's got a swivel there, swivel there. His face is a rubbery plastic, like I said. And the one in the movie, he actually has like a little cigar in his mouth. It's supposed to be like a machine gun or a gun bullet in his mouth, but this one does not. But it's still pretty cool. And in the next video or next clip, I'll show you the transformation and then a comparison with some other Transformers in their vehicle mode. And now I'll show you how to do the transformation. I kind of started half the transformation by putting these little gun rounds back on the side. And you can do the transformation many different ways. But when I'm doing the transformation from robot to vehicle mode, or from vehicle to robot mode, what I do is I make sure certain things are tabbed together or untabbed. But what you do is you untab that, and then you basically turn it until that piece here matches up with that piece, like the pattern, as you can see. And then it snaps in like that, and you put it off to the side, and you basically do the same exact thing, and then turn it around until you get that certain pattern. Once you get that certain pattern, then you snap it together. See how we got it? There we go. We have that. Alright. And you can see it's starting to make the truck mode. And then, similar to the Power Battler version, you untab this, and then that untabs that. You kind of just leave that out of the way. Then you take the feet, I mean not the feet, but the tires. Wow, big brain fart there. And then you take his head, I mean, not the feet. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not perfect, so you want to laugh, whatever. Okay, you got to make sure these are clicked in place when you're putting the head in. Then it's like that, just like the Power Battler version. And then you take his waist, which it is on a swivel, I forgot to mention that, but it does swivel. And that's due to the transformation. And you get those lined up. And basically what you do, you get this over the top of that, and you line it up until that's tabbed in, just like that. Right there, as you can see. And you just do the same exact thing. You make sure this is over here on this side. There we go, tabs. And then this piece, like the little roof canopy thing. How's it go? Does it go flush in? I think it doesn't really, I don't think it sticks out. I think it's covered up. Yep, it's covered up like that. And kind of tab it in together like that. Make sure it's tabbed. And then you tab this part in back here, right there. Tab, right there. And that's his vehicle mode right there, of course. Pretty awesome. And basically what you do to mimic the pipes on the side, because the one truck, it looks like there's like drainage pipes or something on the side of the real cargo truck. So fold that in because you don't want it to look like a gun. You want it to look like pipes. And then you basically, let me think. Okay. Yeah. Do it like that. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it don't. It doesn't hold super well on it, but it holds good enough. It's not one of those things that you're going to be like, of course. And let's see here. You can't store all the weapons on his vehicle mode. You can store some of them, but not all of them. And that one's not the right one. I think you gotta do... There we go. Like I said, I'm not an expert at Transformers. I just like toys. There we go. There's that. And then You can't really store the swords, so that's kind of pointless. I think I put the gun on the right side. And then this one, it's not a must to have them the guns store on the vehicle, but it is an option. Preferably what I do is I just kind of stick them in a Ziploc bag and do it that way. It's your little option. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it goes in like that. Didn't do that right. They don't. I might be doing something wrong, but they don't exactly tab on there perfectly. It's just there for storage. It's not the end of the world if you don't have these on the sides of the vehicle. Oh, I'm probably using the wrong gun. Yeah, I probably was. And I'm probably putting them on wrong, but that's kind of the flaw of this toy, is the whole weapon storage part of it, on this side at least. But I'm gonna skip that part and give you a closer look at the vehicle mode and a comparison. Next clip. And here is the Autobot Hound in his Oshkosh Defense Medium Tactical Vehicle, or FMTV Standard Cargo Truck, and it's a 6x6. And that's what it looks like with his weapons stored. Half of them. You can't store all of them on his vehicle, but that's what it looks like right there. It's supposed to mimic the pipes. Not sure if that's supposed to be a snorkel or what that is. The Autobot symbol. Now, this one does not have the camouflage like the one in the movie will. This one is just a simple paint job. And also, the one in the movie has like a circle logo, and it actually is of like a pinup girl, like you would traditionally see that type of art on a World War II plane. Basically, it has a pinup girl picture on here, but since it's a kid's toy, they decided not to put it on there. It wasn't anything bad, they just decided not to put it on there. But here's what it looks like on the front. Has the Oshkosh logo right there. Really small, but there's the logo. Nice molded in detail. And just overall nice molded in detail. It is right there. Has a nice Autobot symbol. That's what it looks like on the side. Has the spare tire right here. The exhaust pipes. That's his guns. Now, I want to mention that these guns right here, they don't like to stay in place very well as opposed to this side. So what I normally do with all my guns is I stick them in like a Ziploc bag. And I want to kind of show you the molded in detail right there, of course. This is like the cap. On the one in the movie, this is all opened up. But that's what it looks like on the back. On the bottom, of course, you've probably already seen that. And then it has like this little thing that you would, like a little, I don't know what you call it, but like a tank would have something like this. And then you lift up the hatch. And I think you can mount a gun on top of there. I think they have some military trucks where this can mount like a machine gun on there. And here's a comparison with the Power Battler version. They're very similar. And that's what it looks like. And that's all I really have to say about this this toy. I think it's a great toy. It's not the toy that I would recommend for like 5-year-olds or so, because it has a lot of hard plastic, and this knife is hard plastic, and you could possibly poke your eye out with it. So just be aware and keep watch and make sure little kids don't get around this one right here. But overall, I think just the truck mode in general is cool, and the robot mode is cool also. Has a lot of nice painted in detail in the robot mode. Not so much in the vehicle mode, but I'm okay with that. And the combination gun kind of reminds me of from G.I. Joe, which I do plan on reviewing a G.I. Joe figure from the G.I. Joe Retaliation. And this combination gun, the one problem about it is it kind of droops on the figure, so it's kind of oversized. They could have made it a little bit smaller. And that's all I really have to say. Once again, if you'd like to see more videos, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned for more reviews.